everybody, it's Nell Tames. Stamp with Nell. I'm sorry. Just as David gave me the signal to start, the dog bumped the camera, started, scratching. The big dog is in here. In fact, we have all three dogs in here, so it is probably going to be chaos. You ever have one of those days where you just are like, what the heck is going on? We have learned, of course, like many other providers have learned, that we cannot stream to Facebook directly. So we've been trying to adjust what we're doing. And I've been setting up YouTube. I set up YouTube, it looked fine. And I set up an event in Facebook. And I set it up for a webcam instead of a stream. And at 2 minutes before, oh, there I am. 2 minutes before we go live, we're not ready. So thank you for being here. If you're here, say hello. My name is Nell Tames. I am Stamp with Nell. And I'm sorry, but apparently my phone is on. I am Stamp with Nell. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Mount Vernon, Texas. And hello, Mary. We watched you last night. David tried to get you to read his comments, but you were too busy. I can't remember what was going on. It was kind of funny, though. It was when you were singing. He was, anyway. So we are going to make a fancy fold tonight. Well, not a fancy fold, a fun fold. We're going to use some new paper. I hesitate. I have no idea what's going out there now. It's probably the big dog. He's probably playing with his bone. Hasn't played with it all day, but now he wants to play with it on the tile floor. Okay, so we're going to use some new paper that is online exclusive paper. David, let's go ahead and we can show my card. Are we on the card? Yeah, we are. Okay, so here's the card. It is Attention Shoppers is the set that I'm using. It's I know that others have used it as well because it's not brand new, but it's only like 6 weeks old, and I finally have it. Anyway, so there it is. I love this little shopping cart. It's cute. This particular shopping cart, this might be for my daughter, although if you read my blog on the 20th, which will be Thursday, that card says that's for her because she likes green. So we'll see. She'll get one or both of them because sometimes I just do that. Anyway, this is a Target cart because it's red. And then it opens up, and this, if I had extra gift cards laying around, that's what this would be. So this just slides right in here. All right, so before we make that, though, I'm going to show you the paper that is the Iconic Celebrations paper. It is 6x6 paper. It's coming up with, it's got a whole suite that goes with it. It's beautiful. So this is the piece of paper I used today, the champagne and the hearts. So maybe, January, February. This would have been good. I don't know exactly why I didn't use this paper. It didn't quite fit my colors. I wanted this cherry cobbler. And then, so that's kind of pretty. And I was trying to use the same piece of paper on the front and the back. And then we have some Christmas and probably more Christmas. I don't know. More Christmas and winter. I'm not going to call it Christmas, but I'll call it winter. Fall, because these are so cute. They're little nuts with leaves. And this is pretty. You could use this for anything. Although one of my favorite colors, Christmas E. I don't know what this is, so probably I'd go with David's adjusting me. I don't know. I think you could use that for anything. And green stripes. My daughter's a huge fan of green, so this would be fall. That one I would use this fall. This one is just trees. I wouldn't call it Christmas, but the other side I would. Well, the other side I would call winter. And this one, I first saw it when somebody else had it on the screen. I thought it was apples. Bless you, Pixie. I thought it was apples. It is not. It is little teeny pumpkins, and they're so cute. And this is so pretty, isn't it? I just love it. And then the dove, right, for peace. And then some little starry things. Some stripes or diagonal stripes. And some more trees. This would also have worked for today. This kind of just, it's random color shapes and these stars. But I've already chosen my colors. Since I had to make one, I went ahead and chose. Let's see. I'm sorry, I can't figure out where I want to put that. All right, so here is Attention Shoppers. This is the cute one with the the shopping cart pixie. We're not going to do that. Now this could be wine. It could also be, Mary, what do you think? Olive oil? I'm going to go with it. My daughter's a huge plant fan, and a cake. The only thing I didn't use the flowers because I couldn't quite fit everything in, and then I did use the shopping bag. So I think everything's in here. Well, everything that I'm not going to use is in here. Okay, so we're going to take a little time. I've already stamped these, and we're going to do a little bit of coloring, but to be quite honest, I've already colored and I've already cut them out. We're just going to take a little time. And so I am using, this one is dark Moody Mauve. Now in my sample, I did cut this out of, I did use DSP on this, but I made the mistake of using the same, oh, let's say I can still take it out. Oh, look at that. So I used the same DSP that I used in the background, and it didn't quite work for me. And so for right now, we're just going to leave it as it is. And then, so this is dark Moody Mauve. And then I redid my colors here. So here's what it's going to end up looking like. Do we need to color it all? Yeah, sure we do, because that really is the majority of this. This is dark petal pink. That's the majority of this fun fold. So we're just going to, and why petal pink and Moody Mauve? Just because I like it. I think I must have flicked this this end because it is really soft. All right, and that's dark, and then just add a little bit of light. It won't make any difference whatsoever, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay, and my handle is dark Moody Mauve underneath. I don't know why I keep pulling that end off.
Absolute olive oil.
Absolute. That's what I thought. That's what I'm going to go with, because my daughter is over 21. This is her 23rd birthday, I think. I'm such a great mom. 23rd birthday. I colored that with the wrong color, so we're going to go back in here with the dark to get some of this dark in there, and then we're going to go back up light. I heard a trick about not marking your Stampin' Blends with washi tape on the side that you want to color with most often. So this is the nub side. That's the one I typically color with, which is why all of my markings are on that side. I still can't get it right. So all right, so there's that. Now I got a little decorative. I feel like I'm not all that decorative all the time, but I brought some greens out. So, and okay, we're going to do, I think we're going to do dark granny apple green right here. Yep, that's what we're going to do. I'm not actually trying to color it all granny apple green. So then I'm going to use, excuse me. See, now this one I put it right in the middle. How am I supposed to know where I'm supposed to be? All right, so this is lemon lime twist. And we're just gonna, like that, just like that. This is not a precision. I'm sorry for the squeakies. I am not a careful colorer, I'm going to say. Okay, so we'll put these away for now. And then we're going to bring out the Cajun Craze. And I'm sorry, Calypso Coral. I don't know what I'm talking about today. I'm telling you, I might have used the dark one. It looks like I used the dark one on the other one, but we're going to use the lighter one here. And the reason that I did this is because I did the same thing on the plant. My daughter's she's a plant person. She's got a green thumb. Although I do think she went and she bought a new bookcase, and I believe it has all fake succulents in it. I was kind of surprised she did that. But anyway, so now my tissue paper looks a little bit like my plant. So that's why I did that. Now, my Pixie Honey, what's wrong? I am only going to color the top. I'm only going to color the top of the olive oil bottle. Or maybe this is wine. I don't really know. I decided to color it petal pink because I thought it was pretty. I have some really beautiful olive oil bottles, and And so um, I like pretty olive oil bottles. I don't necessarily buy them for the brand of olive oil. I buy them for how pretty the bottle is. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Isn't that how it works? Okay, we're going to go back to the Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to color this one. I'm just making sure I do it the right way. I'm going to color it light all the way through. And I'm only coloring the top half because that's all I'm going to use. And then the center and the little lid, color it green. That's what makes it olive oil to me if it has a green top. I don't know why. Okay, dark moody mauve, light moody mauve, dark moody mauve. Okay. And so how is everybody today? Our weather is quite warm. I was in the pool this afternoon, which is why I have pool hair. Sorry about the pool hair. Because it's been warm. I know, Mary, you were warm. People yesterday, they were talking about 110 degrees. Yikes. I think that was New Mexico or Arizona. I'm sorry, I'm looking for a color here. Oh, I did it backwards. All right, well, we'll do it this way. This is, the thing about, you don't have to do the exact same thing I do, because I can't do the exact same thing I do every time, because I think I know what I'm doing. I do know what I'm doing. And then I'm like, oh, wait, I like it this way. So my colors in my DSP for this one are the Cherry Cobbler and Moody Mauve, which is why I'm putting these two together. I'm not sure that I would normally have put them together, but so I'm just giving it some little shading because, not a shader, but like I said, I'm not a huge colorer. Okay. And now a little bit of Old Olive, and this is the dark one, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Dark Old Olive just down the center. And then Lemon Lime Twist. This one's light. Up part of the way. This is a very, very colorful plant. I think I feel like Claire, that's my daughter, has told me about angel plants. I may be completely making that up. We're going to go with the Calypso Coral Dark on the edges. So I'm just going to get that in here now. If you can, I'm not sure if you can see. Pixie, why are you breathing so hard again? So, there we go. And then this is light Granny Apple Green. Yep. Bless you. Pixie once again. All right. And then just because we like to do things like that, we're going to take this, not that one. We're going to take the Lemon Lime Twist, the light one. And we're just going to do. Oh, you must sing too. Do. Okay. And that's that one.
It says way too hot, not 100, but
oh yeah,
way too hot.
Yeah. Well, I don't actually even know what our temperature is. I just know it's warm. Thank goodness for air conditioning. That's all I have to say. All right, Highland Heather, light and dark, and Daffodil Delight. Now, please, I happen to have an entire uh, Stampin' Storage box full of these. Which one is this? Light. Full of Stampin' blends. It took me a long time to get there. So don't, use what you have or buy some more. You can, and if you buy some more, I'd be appreciative if you would buy them from me. But don't feel like you have to have all these zillion colors if you're just starting out, because I certainly did not. All right, that is dark Daffodil Delight. Now we're going to go with light Daffodil Delight.
Our current temperature is 90. Feels like 95.
It does. And the pool water, it is June, and the pool water is very warm. Normally it's, sorry about the, I didn't do such a good job stamping this. Oops. Oh, well, it's fine. It's pretty. Okay, and I'm also going to color is this light? Yes. I'm going to color the candles because I'm going to do that later anyways. So now we're going to use the dark Highland Heather. And this one I'm just going to stay kind of on this side and just do. I don't know why there's singing going on, but there is. Everyone's singing. Dun, dun, dun. Even Pixie's trying to sing. So we found out, you know, I buy a lot of things. The peanut butter box comes to this house very often. And we got a card for her because her birthday is at the end of this month. Okay, one more thing on this is I'm just going to put a dot, and I may have the coloring of this wrong, but I'm just going to put a dot of, hello, pumpkin pie. On the edge, it just says pie. I know it's orange. I know what that means, but, and just right there. Okay, so that's my coloring. By the magic television. Do, 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 do. Here we are. Okay. Similar, not necessarily the same because I almost never do everything exactly the same. All right, we're going to push those off to the side now because that was the thing that was going to take us the longest. Anyway, so the peanut butter box came, and, or not the peanut butter box, the card from the peanut butter box people came, and we realized that I've been saying she's 13. She is 14, and she will be 15 this year. So that, I know, you're crazy old. I wouldn't want anyone telling me that, so I probably shouldn't say that to her. All right, so my card base is 5 1/4 by 8 1/2, and it's scored at 4 1/4. No, it's not 5 1/4. It's 5 1/2. 5 1/2. Let's just make sure. Yep, because you know, 5 1/2 by 8 1/4. I'm talking about you, Pixie. Scored at 4 1/4. Okay, she's really just gonna. Bless you, Pixie. She is a sneezer. She's like the sneeziest dog. Okay, so the 5 1/2, we're going to go to 2, and at the bottom here, we're going to go to 2 3/4. And then we're going to measure up on both sides at, and there we go. We're going to measure up to 2 1/8 on both edges here. Okay, and these are going to be score lines. So we'll pull out the little paper trimmer. So you have to, you know, it does. It also makes you not feel like it's gone on for so long. It's gone on forever. Oh wait, I don't need to sing now. Okay, so we're gonna score in 2 places. First of all, we're gonna move this out of the way. That is my cutting blade, and I do not wish to make, whoops, there we go. I do not wish to make a mistake and cut. I've done that before. So I am putting this edge, the scored edge, or the folded edge actually, in the track. I don't know why I have some. Hello, Carol, welcome. Yeah, Pixie, she's old, 15. And then here's my dot down here. So I'm putting that in the track, and I am going to score right there. And while we're over here, we're going to, here's my other mark, which is 2 1/8. And we're going to go down again to the 2 3/4 and score again. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. Okay. See, now this requires a song too because there's a little bit of dead air there. All right, and again, can I mark this one? Yep, it's right on the edge. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. So there's that. Carol, we're making a fun fold. It's kind of pointy. And I'll have to figure out who I saw this from. I saw this on on Pinterest. So I got to think about this. We're going to fold this in and this up. And then we're going to use the bone folder. So it's kind of pointy. We'll open it up. We'll do this in and this up. Well, not really up, but open at least. Okay, so that does not look right. No? I don't know. I think I have one. I think one of these is off. I actually did that earlier where one of them was kind of off. I think it's this one. And I don't know exactly what I did wrong, but we're just going to fold this just a tish more. Well, that doesn't look pretty, but that's okay. We're going to cover that up anyway. We're going to fix it like that. long as they both look similar, we'll be okay. This is what happens when you already score. Oops. No, I think that is right. I don't know. Let's measure again, shall we? Of course we shall. Now I have 2 lines, but that's all right. Well, you cannot measure that way. Okay, that one's right. And that one's right. Okay. I know they don't look exactly the same, but the numbers are exactly the same. So, and we have a point. I don't know why that doesn't look right. Okay, moving on. This is not the way to demonstrate a card. If you cannot make it yourself, do not demonstrate it. I think that's it right there. We're going with it. Okay. All right, we're going with it. Now, because if that doesn't work, then this definitely won't work. So we're hoping it's right. Okay, this one is 2 5/8. Oh, I'm sorry. This is already cut at 5 1/4 by 4. So we're going to go in half, which is 2 5/8. Right there. And here we are going to go from corner to, I think the problem is I'm not putting my dots down low enough and then I'm missing my mark. So let's put it down lower, right here. There we go. All right, so I'm going to draw it on here since I botched up that first one. All right, and so I'm going from the edge, the corner edge up here, down to my number, down to my mark. All right, and then I'm going to cut that with, I thought it was really cool. Well, Pixie's birthday is the 30th. It's coming up. And we found out that I thought she was 13 this year. She's actually 14. She'll be 15 on her birthday. And interestingly enough, hello, what's going on here? I'm just having a wonderful time here. Interestingly enough, my husband, Pixie was my husband's dog that he brought to our marriage. And I have a dog that also has the same birthday, but not the same year. So my daughter actually has that dog. Her name is Missy. Okay, so I'm going to cut this from the center to the edge, and I'm going to hold on to that. I'm going to do the same thing over here, but you'll note, excuse me, that now I'm working with 2 points. And so we don't want to start on the edge of a point or at a point so that we crush it. So we're going to start in the middle and cut both ways. All right, now we're going to hope that I measured accurately. And okay, excuse the, I have to get out my pencil. And I'm sorry, I can't, oh, there's the pencil. I'm like, I can't find my white eraser. I heard, and I don't, Mary, this might have been you that said it, but maybe it was somebody else, that white erasers are better to erase with for this kind of thing, that the pink erasers have a tendency to leave. Well, see, that looks fine. I don't know why that just looks off to me. It probably is off. Okay, so this now fits here in this center section. So we are going to, if this is not my, you would think that after, oh, you had a Missy. She's a sweet little dog. She's it's so cute because my daughter lives in Illinois and we live in Texas now, and I'm really having a hard time with this. Having a hard time holding on to it. And but Missy knows for sure who we are, so when we come, she's all happy to see us. And I'm trying to think how old Missy is. Maybe Missy is 13. Oh no, Missy is 12. Missy will be 12. All right, so we're leaving a little bit of a margin here, not much. There's not much, and we're using liquid glue to give us a little bit of wiggle room. Okay. All right, I'm not looking at it anymore. I definitely think it's my center point is the problem. Okay. So now I'm going to take these two and I'm going to turn them over and I'm going to adhere their edge because this is a gift card. So this one specifically, because that's where I'm going to put the gift card, wherever you wish to do it, I'm only going to glue the edges. Get this one here. So if emotional service animals were things when my child was yeah, maybe it was somebody, one of the scrapbookers that I watch. I'm pretty sure I heard it just recently. Anyway, so Missy, if an emotional support animal was a thing when my daughter was younger, and this one, because I'm not going to use it as a gift card holder portion, I did go ahead and close this whole thing up, but leave open one of them. But Missy definitely is an emotional support animal. She doesn't go to work with her or and didn't go to school with her, but she is definitely an emotional support animal. All right, so all you want to do is make sure that when this is closed, that the edges are hidden behind here. And we're going to cut one more of these. Now, once again, because, you know, I'm clearly very math challenged today, we're going to mark way down at the bottom here at 2 5/8, and then I'm going to draw myself a little guideline. And this one, the edges will be scrap. I meant to stamp on them when I did my stamping and coloring earlier, because I have several scraps from making the samples, and I forgot. So once again, I will line this up in the center. Thank you, Carol. And I can go on this one, I can go from this edge up to the tip because it's not going to crush anything. But even though this is cardstock, I'm still going to start in the center. And, you know, DSP for sure, I feel like I would crush it. And again, I just lined up the lines that I drew on my in my track. And now I'm going to use this white eraser and erase. And I do agree with it. I have many pink erasers, and they are they do leave a little bit of a residue, in my opinion. So yes, Jesse, everybody's getting into the thing. Oh, I see. I missed my center again. Okay, so I could turn this over since I have. Now let's just do it this way. All right, I'm just going to put this kind of centered here. Not kind of, it is centered. And I'm going to stamp first because I guarantee you that you don't want to stamp on this bulk because it will not be attractive. I'm going to use this time around. Last time I used Moody Mauve here. This time I'm going to use the Cherry Cobbler just because, you know, we want to shake it up a little bit. Shake it up, shake. I don't even know that song. I'm not a big, huge Taylor Swift fan. Now this one kind of gets me because the thing I'm trying to line up is the always, and it's not completely straight. I mean, it is completely straight, but it's not like the S is lower. Hello, Jesse. What do you have to say to me? Everybody has something to say to me today. Okay, so that's that. And then here is the Moody Mauve. And we're going to bring out the happy birthday. So shopping is always a good idea. I figured since we're given a gift card, which I clearly haven't purchased yet because it's I'm using a piece of paper as my gift card. And right there. This particular stamping doesn't make, you know, it's not, that's all I'm going to stamp on this. I probably could have decorated that up a little bit, but I hope I did that right. One moment, please. I did not. This is why there are two sides to every, it goes this way. Do, do, do. Let's sing a song. We're having a day. Oh, Lord. I am having a day, I'm telling you. All right, let's try that again, shall we? You want to make sure that you keep the point up because that is how the point works there on your inside piece. It point down on the front, point up on the inside. All right then. Oops, I think I moody mauve that. Nope, that's cherry cobbler. And here we go back with this. Now, I have something tricky coming up in just as soon as we get to that just looks icky. One moment, please. We must clean this up just a little bit. I have something a little bit tricky coming up, and I'm hoping that I can do it right. Ooh, thanks for being here, everybody. this is gonna go on my blooper reel, I think. Lord, what are we doing here? Oh, Jessie. I love you, Jessie. You're crazy. Now, I want you to know that Pixie does not do this all day long. Typically, Pixie is sleeping all day long. Okay, so this is going to go here. And I feel if this were me, well, it is me, I am me, I would still write in here in black. I think you can write on cherry cobbler. I initially was going to put this here when I first made the card. I was going to do this. So you could certainly do this, but then I looked at this and I said, ooh, I really want to cover that because and so I don't know. Well, okay. So anyway, making sure this is going the right way. So you could do that. You don't need to put much anything in the center, frankly, because of this. Let's say that again. Let's start with that word again. You do not need to put any glue in the center of this because there's really no place to stick it. I did put some at the bottom, but I'm not even sure that it's necessary. Okay, so there's that. And yeah, it's this little, oh, I know what I forgot to do. I meant to actually glue these closed. But with this on it, it doesn't really matter. So it gives you a little bit of bulk there. All right, so the thing I did remember to do, and as I said, I colored these earlier like this, and then I had already cut them out because the coloring I was concerned would take quite some time. And I know I'm having one right in front of you. So, yeah, okay. So I have done a thing with this. So I don't know if you can see this. David tells me not to go up into the camera because it makes it all screwy. I didn't mean that. It makes it kind of funky. But right here, there are two clear dots. You can't even see that, I can tell. I put my glue on and it's just sitting there and being tacky. Now I still need to put it on the back side and I'm going to do that very carefully. I couldn't do both sides at the same time. Seriously, Pixie, I'm going to give you a microphone and I'm going to give you a moment to just tell everybody how poorly you're treated. All right, so I'm going to put that approximately right here. And then this tacky one will not squish out like other glue. And I did the same thing on the back of the Target shopping cart, as it will. I feel like, Mary, I have one of those days every time I go live lately. It's just, oops. The other thing that does is not smear my glue when I do the oops thing.
Carol says she has something to say.
Yeah, she really does. She has something to say when we go live. As soon as I start talking, she has something to say. Okay, so I have two of these. That's interesting. Oh, that's from the other. That one goes in this card. Okay, so now here's the thing. This bottle is too big. On this one, because I thought it would be fun for my daughter, I actually glued a second one together and then I put it in the bag. So you could do that. And I think that's kind of cute because she will really actually enjoy pulling that out if I send her this one. But it makes it a little bit thick. And you see I had I had dimensionals on the back. It's just too thick. It just doesn't work very well with the, hello, Sam, with the cart. So I'm going to do the thing that I think it's Michaela Tithridge. She demonstrated this at on stage, and he's fine. He's as long as he's doesn't start barking at me. She demonstrated this at on stage, and I thought when I when I first thought, I thought, why would I want to do all that work? That seems like a lot of work, and it is kind of, but I'm still going to do it anyway. How am I going to do this? I'm going to do this. So what I did was Jesse, hush, Mama's thinking. I inked up this in black ink. And now you can't see it, but the idea is that I'm going to now cut it so that it fits in the, I think I did this wrong. It's a good thing I have a second one. So that it fits in with the paper. Not sure if that's the way I wanted to do that or not. Nope. I like it better my way. I'm just going to stick it in back. Okay, that didn't work. That's what happens when, I'm sorry, I didn't practice beforehand. It's true. Exactly how it always works. Okay, so since I have a second one, I'm going to fussy cut this because it will be faster. I'm going to do exactly what I did for the other one. I'm just going to stamp a second one, Jesse, honey, and put it on the back side. And I really only need the top. I don't need the bottom. Sorry, you probably can't see what I'm doing. And it doesn't even need to be color. Well, yes, it does. Jesse. Everything is going absolutely nuts here. Okay, so these look the same. So all I'm going to do, oh, I know what I did. All I'm going to do is cut this off. I'm going to cut the back layer off because that's the layer that will show. And I think that's what I did wrong on the other one. I needed to, I don't know how I read her blog and I thought, oh, I got it. I know I know what she did. Nope, clearly I did not. Okay, so there. Now I have two pieces and I'm going to just glue this together. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And before it dries, because I put glue in the center, before it dries, I'm going to, sure I am. Hold on a moment. I'm going to put my top in. And since I only need the top, I'm not even going to cut the rest of it out. And I do have the dies for this. I just, for this particular purpose, and this particular moment, this works best for me. Jesse. So my son is home, and I don't know what he does when we do the live, but I think I need a dog wrangler. David actually went so far as to, okay, so I want it to stick out there. I want it to stick out a little bit more than that. There we go. Hey, stop. They clearly there is no respect given today. There we go. And okay, so for me, that's how it works best. All right, I just want to make sure it was going to work before I actually glued it in because, we don't want to glue it in if it doesn't work. Okay. Okay. And I can pull it up a little higher too, in case, because it's a big bottle of olive oil. All right, and then I just slide that little beauty in there. And then I'm going to slide the birthday cake. And if I can find them, well, we'll just pull this one out. I'm going to slide the little plant in. And there's the front of the card. Now, I purchased these pecan pie and clear ribbon adhesives. I think they come with, I think they're part of the iconic, because I think that's all I ordered was the iconic. Oh, here's the, just like Mary, it's underneath my stuff. There. Okay. We need a birthday cake. We need some olive oil / wine. Maybe I think we're going to need wine when this is all over with. And I don't drink. Okay, here we go. So I chose to use the clear ones because these are just gorgeous. So I'm going to put one here and then a bigger one here. And I know in my picture you can't see it, but there is one right up here. All right. And then I'll take my gift card from here to here. And so my gift card just slides in here. Shopping is always a good idea. You know, it's a stress reliever for me. I don't know about the rest of you, but it is for me. So we'll put that up there for now. I have plants everywhere. All right. Now I have been doing the, maybe this side. Let's do this one. I have been doing the smaller, one moment, please. I have been doing these smaller pieces of DSP for my envelope flap. And if I had cut this off properly, I would have had a large enough piece. I should have cut it all the way across at 4. Well, no, that wouldn't have worked either. Would have been closer. I would have used that because it would have been 2 inches, which is what I get when I do. It seems like, you know, I mean, I'm always using a 4 by 5 1/4 when I use DSP. So then the piece is 2 inches, and that works well for this particular, you know, envelope flap. So there's that. And then I'm going to, if I can find it. Oh, there it is. I'm going to stamp the bag again on the front because it's a gift. Pixie, seriously. We're going to stamp the bag. And I'm going to pull my window sheet. I store my window sheets in here. I like the heavier one for this purpose, just because at least I have some firmness, so I can get my hands on it. There it is. The other one works as well. It's just personal preference. And I'm sliding it in here because someone smart told me I should. And then I'm going to just really quickly just, let's do this one. We're going to just quickly color the bag just like the one inside, similar to the one inside. This is like Calypso. We're not going to use that. We're going to use this one. This is a singing show. This is now a singing show. See, even Pixie's trying to sing. Sing, Pixie! Woohoo! Thank you. Thank you. I was very pleased when I saw it. I thought, oh, that is so cool. You know, sometimes stuff looks really hard. This is not hard. Well, it's not hard unless you're math challenged. If you're having a math challenge day, don't make this card that day. Wait a day. And then I'm just going to, because it is not necessary to be crazy about it. I'm just going to color similar colors. I also heard that leaving some white is actually a good idea. So that's what I call it when I don't color it all in. I just call it leaving some white, because, you know, not everything is colored all the way through. And there we go, ladies and gents. If I could actually find the card I just made. Here it is. All right. I'm sorry, I've got a real mess going on here. If you don't take this out, you can't send it to anyone because you'll never get it folded. So there we go. I got a little bit of extra glue there. I'll use my eraser, and get rid of that. And that's it. That is how it works. So don't judge a book by its cover. No, don't judge me just by today's live. But I will put the name of the original creator, and I'll give you some really good pictures, diagrams to help you with the dimensions. But really, I think once you see it made, it's just easy. It's easy to make. It's just about math, and it's just about folding and scoring in the right place. So if you enjoyed today, and even if you didn't, if you would like, subscribe, and share to the channel, I would appreciate it. And otherwise, oh, see, I even went a little over. That's because I colored. Um, Tomorrow's my anniversary. Apparently, I'm supposed to say that. Tomorrow's my anniversary. Yay! David and I have been married an entire 8 years tomorrow. It's been a crazy life. No, it's been really nice. All right, thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I will see you next week on Sunday at 6 p.m. Central. Thanks so much. Have a great week.